In the desolate expanse of an area dominus, a distant moon, its inhabitants cling to survival with the remnants of a lost civilization. Forced to use oxygen masks and special suits, they navigate a barren landscape devoid of alien life, save for their own kind. The moon's unforgiving nature offers no sustenance save for the carefully cultivated food within the protective domes that made the growth possible. A harrowing conflict rages between the factions of the Polymer State and the Zelarusian Federation. Whispers of an insane leader at the helm of the Federation cast a chilling shadow over the city's inhabitants. In the meantime, dissent simmers within the streets of the Polymer State and into the capital city, Polymer, sparking unrest and defiance against their governance. In the middle of this turmoil, a nomadic group known as the Mafari traverses the moon's rocky terrain, thereby pedal mounts carrying them across dunes and rocky plains as they engage in trade with warring factions. Masters of their harsh environment, the Mafari offer a formidable arsenal of ammunition to the Polymer State, further complicating the already volatile power struggle. Peace holds sway in the landing territory to the north, where farmers have a modest existence, untouched by the ravages of war. At this point, the Polymer State emerges victorious in a brutal battle, seizing the capital and ruins of the Zelarusians, thus casting an uncertain shadow over the moon's destiny. As the denizens of an area dominus grapple with the aftermath of the conflict and the specter of an unknown fate looms large, the moon's destiny hangs in the balance, teetering on the precipice of an uncertain and perilous future. My focus here is to give you all a worthy story, and hopefully I am managing to achieve this. So we have a lot to do right now. We're going to begin here in the overview, and we're going to see that up to this point the workers are very good with us and leader support is going good. The only problem that I see is the soldier support. Now, let's think about this. This is something that is natural. The soldiers have just battled their way into the city. We're going to have to deal with this. I'm pretty sure that we're going to find a way to maintain order in here. The population support is going down. Let's remember that we had some sort of worker strike here in Polymer, and I have sent the 4th Polymer Mobile Regiment into the city so the people could stay calm just by seeing the troops moving on the streets. So let's go to the letterbox here, and we're going to begin. Let's see, demand resolution. A promise has been kept. You kept your promise to our subjects to conquer the city of the Zelarusians. So we have increased our ward score by 10 points, and the political points are now increased by 20 points, with the highest respect, Damian Oram. This is because in previous chapters, we promised the people that we will get that zone into the state of Polymer. So we have gained, here I believe this means that we have gained the zone. Conquest acquired us the zone of the Zelarusians. We have Fate Pack awarded +1 fate point. So we just by conquering the city, we got 1 fate point, something that is good. And these are the Fate Stratagem Pack received. So we received Motherlode, Treasure Hoard, Gladiators, and Bat Rations. Now, we're going to check these in a few seconds. But before going and checking those stratagems, we're going to continue here. New stratagem generated. Your organization's factions generated the following stratagems, being the commercial project. We got another stratagem that we're going to check. And then we have Armfront news. So here we have Sir. This is Freck Deeplord. Let's remember that he is the leader of the Armed Front, and we are not very good with that front. The Governor Nash, that woman that is governing the Polymer City, is now part of the Armed Front. So, Sir, the faction Armed Front is pleased with you. As a token of appreciation, you have been awarded the following faction stratagems. The commercial project. So apparently the commercial project comes from this Armed Front. So they are pleased with us and they are giving us this. Johann Nash adapted to the Armed Front. Profile government has been removed. So now this is telling us what I just said, that Johann Nash is now part of that faction. If we go here and we go for the leaders, we're going to see that Johann Nash is now member of the Armed Front. This is a faction within our faction. So just to make that clear. So now we have this one, which is in the reserve pool, but we're going to deal with this just in a second. So let's go here and return here. Then we have Merchant Reformist Society news. Now let's remember that the Merchant Reformist Society is the other faction. This is a more autocratic faction that the leader is Mr. Crank, which we all call Captain Crank. So Captain Crank is telling us, Sir, so Crank Hydra is adapted to Merchant Reformist Society. Leader profile mind has increased and is now at the plus level. Now let's go to the stratagems, because I want to know what are these stratagems. We have a lot here. Okay. Let's go and see the new one that we have, which is this one. So it says here, Bat Rations. We send spoiled food to the front. So this means that we're going to get 2 fate points. So these are the free stratagems that gives us fate points. But this is going to reduce the morale of the militia, because of course we're sending spoiled food to the front, which is something very bad to do. Is not good, but perhaps we can think in doing that. Then we have the mother load. Here we see that the effect is going to be improve the ease of mining in a random mine asset in a selected zone. So we select the zone. It is going to cost us 2 fate points. Then we have the treasure hoard. Treasure hoard is going to cost us as well 2 fate points. The effects of this card is to get a goodie box with a 4D 100 metals and a 2D 100 rare metals. So this is basically to open the actual metal door and get all of these metals and fuel. The other one is the gladiators here. This one is going to give extra level of arena for a selected zone. It could be cool because we're an autocratic regime to make a little bit of gladiator games with all the rebels. And this is the commercial project that was given by the faction of Deep Lord, or Freck Deep Lord, a commercial project. So we see here that the target zone is Polymer. It's going to be executed by Joan Nash. It's not expensive at all. We just need to use political points, and it's going to give an extra level of commercial area assets for the selected zone. So this is going to be our populace likes to feel prosperity is growing. Nothing gives that feel like some nice storefronts and busy markets. Now, is this going to make the public order a little bit better? Here it's called the militancy level and the unrest level. This could be the same as public order. So let's see. Here we see that the unrest is going to diminish with 2 points due to time, and unrest is going to diminish 2 points due to 200 troops and 0 security points present in the city. Security points. Now, how many troops do we have? We have 2,000 troops. I think this is going to be good. Militancy increased with 2 points due to high loyalty. Okay, this is the population happiness is low. The fear, the danger, and the unrest are responsible for this. Okay, so I'm not sure if this card is going to help us, but to make commercial projects, I think it's going to be good. So it says here, our populace likes to feel prosperity is growing. Nothing gives that feel like some nice storefronts. I'm going to execute this one. With the funding coming from some political factions, a popular project has been realized. A commercial area asset has been constructed in Polymer. Okay, that's good. Let me see what is the asset that has been constructed. If I go to here, let me see, I would like to see all of the projects. Commercial area, this one here. So it says this is a commercial area. So these private assets are completely outside your control. They produce QOL points for the zone, for the benefit of the population, but also the workers. This, I think it means quality of life. So I think this is going to benefit the unrest. I'm very positive about this. I think it could be this. So it's going to benefit the unrest. Soon we're going to see a better situation over there. So now let's see here the zones. We have these two zones. Now, population-wise, the zone that we just conquered is bigger, is considerably bigger than the zone that we begin with. I want to build another dome for food. I'm pretty sure we're good with food, but I want to build another one. Now, another thing that I want to do is something regarding machines. I don't remember where I saw, but if we do, let me see, we have the possibility to do construction here. There is as well order of battle. There is this thing, a workshop here, and here we can produce ammunition and artisanal production of machines. This is good. You have 583 metal, 71 rare metals. Everything is listed here as well. You can see it's listed the rare metals, the metals, and as well, I don't know if oil is going to be important. We have a lot of these. And by going here into the workshop, I can see that it says that 59 industrial points. Okay, 59 industrial points is good. One machine costs 20 metal, 20 rare metals, and 20 industrial points. Please select the amount of machines to produce. We are producing 0 machines, but we can produce this. You can see we can produce 2 machines. So I found this information, and this is awesome because I was wondering how the hell am I going to create these apart from going here into the market and basically buying them? We can build them. So that's something to take into account. Now, replacement troops. That's another thing. These, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can do this, guys, so we can replenish troops. I think this, for example, this troop over here, the first polymer guards, I'm not sure if they have, they were the guys that fought the war. Okay, now let's go again to Polymer here and check here what we have. We have the assets. Okay, we are going to create the metal mine as we already know, and the recycling, and there are 0.8 turns left. Okay, it's using 19 and 18, this one here. Good. Now let me go and start moving the troops, because we have to think about what we're going to do with our neighbors. Now let me go here. I know that we have another send spy. We have a spy here, right? We can send a spy to the guys that are to the west. So let me go and target these, which are the Sepharian, or we can send them here. Still, the Sepharian, we don't know anything about them. I'm going to execute the stratagem here. Success, we managed to infiltrate the spies into Sepharian. Okay, again, I am not sure if that is going to make us to know who is the governor. But this is something that I want to deal before ending the turn. I'm going to move the troops, and then we're going to go and see the actual decisions. We have plenty of decisions here. So the first thing is, for example, we already know there's a lot of these nomads here from the Mafario. I'm going to leave this guy here. The first Polymer Armored Battalion, I'm going to leave it there. Then I have this guy that has irregular artillery and tanks. So let me send an expedition of this militia, RPG and rifle militia, to the north in this area that says that this area is controlled by non-aligned forces. Okay, so let me send these guys here. Gonna send this guy here. Obviously the first Polymer guards, they are going to stay here because we don't want problems there. And we're going to send this one here. Again, going to send this into the west. This one as well. There we go. And most important is this one, the first Polymer Mobile Battalion, because they have tanks and I want to secure this frontier. Okay, now let's go to decisions. Okay, let's see here. Model Design Council, look at this. Okay, let's begin with the organization here. Model Design Council needs a leader. New director for Model Design Council. The Model Design Council is without leadership. We need to appoint someone in charge as soon as possible. Which candidate director can count on your blessing? I can appoint Blaine Stanilov, but it says here appoint a governor for the zone. I already know this because we have conquered that place, and I want to change the name of that place. So I'm going to put this guy as the governor of that city. We already have Nash in the other area, and I want this guy that is basically from the other faction into the other city. So he's going to be appointed as the new governor of the new city. Honored with the trust, sir, I'll strive to be a good governor. So we are improving relations with him, and it has positive effects on relations with other leaders due to seniority of the appointment. Okay, so Blaine Stanilov is now going to be the governor of the new city. And he is asking already if we are going to upgrade the city to level 3. We are going to go for big town, of course. We're going to do that. And Nash is asking for an upgrade again for Polymer. We're going to say okay to that. Okay, so this is something interesting here, but before taking this one, I'm going to call Blaine Stanilov. And I'm going to go for these zone orders. Let's go to the zone orders here. The thing that I want here is to change the zone name. Okay, we're going to call this the city of Celarus. This way we know that the place was part of them, so we're going to honor the vanquished. So what are your orders for Celarus? Okay, let me see. What we're going to do... unincorporated zone or regular zone. I don't have a clue what this does. I think that's enough. I'm still going to go for the worker's salary here. I'm going to go for 3, something like this. And confirm the orders. Understood, sir. Your wishes have been executed. Worker happiness increase by 15 due to an increase in worker salary. Of course, we're going to increase the worker salary because we are the best emperor of, well, at least the best supreme commander of the moon of Veneria Dominus. So now, demagogue in Zelarus. There is word of a demagogue active in the slums. He is ranting against our reign and convincing people that should emigrate or join the free folk. And it is causing unrest. Now, this is something that this is very funny because you can imagine that guy talking about us and telling the people to rebel against the invaders, conquerors of our land, go away from here. What should we do? Find this demagogue and arrest him, which is going to give enforcement, or meritocracy, that is convince the population he's a fraud. He's going to be, he's not going to be happy about this. Or do nothing. We're going to go to find the demagogue and arrest him, so we have a lot of troops there. The actual guys of the first Polymer guards, they are already there. 5,000 troops there. So we are going to basically, no, not 5,000, 500. 500 troops already there. So we're going to send those troops and find the demagogue to arrest him. Investigation roll is 89 versus difficulty 68. Success. We found the agitator hiding in a shrine and he's now safely in our dungeons. Unrest increased by 5%. Fractiplord, the commander of the SHQ, 4 points. 0 Quintmore, 1 point, which is the advisor. And we have gained 6 points in enforcement. Okay, that's good. Pretty good. So on national budget, we're going to go Supreme Command Council new priority. I think we're going to go more for this thing. We're going to go 70% for the Supreme Command Council here. And we're going to confirm. And then Armored Front demands that you hire their candidate. Now, I don't like the demanding thing, but we're going to go for what Fractiplord is telling us. So the Armored Front faction would appreciate if you would agree to take a candidate of ours into your service. So we're going to accept. The Armed Front is pleased that you accept. Number 1, we're happy that they are pleased because we don't want more problems. We have enough problems already. So happiness of the Armored Front is increased by 3 points. And now we have this Eleanor Keynes as reported to the reserve pool. We're going to meet her. just in a moment. Motion that the meritocracy profile reaches at least 54 points, and we have 46. We're going to refuse this motion. Your refusal brings us much disappointment. The meritocracy is going to decrease by 5 points, and happiness of the armed front is going to decrease to 12 points. We cannot make this guy happy, okay? So we have new director for the model design. Of course, this is the new one. This is Eleanor Keynes. She's 21 years old, a female that is a member of the armed front. She likes enforcement, and that's good. That's something good. She has, let's see here. She has 43 intelligence, which is good. Measures the ability to design, manage, and solve puzzles. Now, if she's good designing, now we can go and evidently make her the director of the model design. That's something good. At least that's what I understand. Then we have emotional 33. She's ambitious. And let's see what it says here. The higher this value, the more ambitious the leader is. Of course, the lower, the more the henchman attitude. High ambition can cause more rapid decline in relationship. Okay, this is the bad thing. She has no corruption, however. Egoism at half. She's good. So she's going to be appointed. Model Design Council is without leadership. We need to appoint someone in charge as soon as possible. Appoint her. Honor with the trust, sir. I'll need some time to take over the helm here, but expect me to be in full charge very soon. Of course, because there's a lot of problems in the city. Then Model Design Council task priorities. We have Discover Model Current Priority 50% or Design Model Current Priority. Let me see, I'm going to go for no changes here. And then we have this thing. Now, if we don't want to change something from these, we're going to go to no new orders. I'm going to go for this because at this point I don't know what is that about. Then we have we're expanding, of course. Low leader relation. Your relation with the Frag Deep Lord has dropped to 59 points. You might want to increase his salary. Okay. And IP production. Industrial points are, this is something that we were discussing on the channel comments section. This is something that people is advising me to make light industry to get the IPs. So it says here that industrial points are a key resource that you'll need for almost all production and construction, which is something that we have already, and especially me, I have already noticed. The zones of the first strategical headquarters do not have a public asset yet that is producing IP. It will be wise to increase our IP production. If I go here to construction and I go for this industry is going to produce 50, which is not bad. I think this industry would be good. 3 rounds, and it's going to cost 80 of these industrial points, even though it's going to construct that. So perhaps we're going to think about that later. Now let's see High Command HQ, the second High Command HQ. We're going to build this perhaps in the other place. And then we have bureaucratic offices that are going to produce bureaucratic points, which is not bad as well. But look at this, 100 industrial points construction cost is a lot. Well, there's a lot to do here. Okay, so I think we're pretty good right now. We're pretty good. Let me see if we can do something else about the actual stratagems. Offer yourself as protector and you will defend them. Now, I think that we can offer this protection to the guys that are to the east I believe. So that is going to secure ourselves the east. It's going to be better for us, I think. So this is to send to these guys, the Omirar nation. So the difficulty is 80, but I think we can do it. So I'm going to execute this. Failure. Omirar nation refused our protection. Okay. So we just lost that stratagem. Never mind. Okay. So now we're going to end the turn. Just before doing that, I'm going to send the rations. This thing here, where is it? I'm going to send the bad rations. We send spoiled food to the actual troops. We got 2 fate points. And that's it. Recruit what is this? A mercenary. Perhaps it's good for us to recruit that mercenary. Let's execute this stratagem. A new leader has been added to the reserve pool. Okay, who is that guy? We're going to figure this out in a moment. The guy that is on the pool, I don't see him. Acadia Fox, is she? Okay, it's very good. No corruption, no authority, no ambition. Very simple. She wants commerce. We're going to see what to do with her. Okay. So now let's end the turn. Okay, so now there's a lot of things that just happened. We just got this in a quiz mount. This is very important. As you can see, this is a GR Romulus, and these guys have Ancient Galactic Republic equipment taken into our service. Now this tank looks very, 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 very powerful. This is a good one. Its main armament is a light plasma blast gun, and it has been issued 50mm polymer plating with a nuclear engine. It has an overpowered engine. Barneus regular. Okay. It's a heavy tank type. So we're going to talk about this thing in the next chapter, and there's a lot of interesting things that just happen. The troops are moving. Hopefully we're going to deal some good treaty with these guys over here, which are these school guys, the Overriew nation. I want to secure most likely the eastern front and concentrate myself on this front, because I see a lot of movement with the nomads, and I want to see what is happening here in this Sepharian territory, because we don't know anything, virtually nothing about the Theran Oasis. So hopefully you are enjoying this. This was Victus. See you in the next one.